Hi guys, it's me, Riley, and today I'm making a video about talking about me with the canes as crutches from the I Am Beat Up video. The sty isn't that bad, but if you saw the I Am Beat Up video, I Am So Beat Up video, and saw me talking about how first my foot is hurt. Well, it is very true, and if you want to hear that story, I'm going to make a new video coming. You know what? Let's just do this video. So this is the story of my foot. So I was at the beach, I believe 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago, and I was learning how to boogie board. I started to learn, and then I was finally learning, and I was just having fun with my friend, which is a sort of cousin on my sibling's side, which since we have different moms, same dad. But we basically have the same blood, and I just have little change in them because for my half siblings. But I keep on looking at myself in the screen and not the camera. You're right there. Anyway, I was there with my siblings, and I was with my sort of cousin, and we were boogie boarding together in a little far out, and because I asked my dad if he could bring me and her out back to boogie board, and I was boogie boarding for a while, having fun, and then I had the worst pain in my foot, and I yelled to my dad, "Daddy!" And I was so much in pain because I got a puncture from something underwater, maybe a sting. We don't really know. It's underwater. Definitely not a bee because bees don't swim underwater. But it was so bad, and I was bleeding. It was like a tiny little hole. I ran to my dad and my sort of cousin, she was so nice and came to, instead of just keep on having instead of catching the next wave to go out, she just walked with me. But we were walking to my dad, and I was more screaming, but once I came a little bit to which it was shallow more at the water, I looked at my foot and I was like, "It's bleeding." And I was like, "Ow, ow, 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 ow." It hurt so bad, and my dad was basically making sure I was okay. He helped me walk back up, but to our setup, it was way farther than the ocean area. So I was walking up a little bit of a hill part, zigzagging around some stuff on my one foot because I can only use my good foot but it started bleeding so much, and my sort of cousin was so nice and asked if I was okay and what happened, and I was like, "It's bleeding," and I was like, "No, I'm not okay." She's just so nice, and once we got up there, everybody was just making sure I was okay, except for the little ones. They were just having fun and minding their own business, but my Jazz and my mom are like, what's wrong? What's wrong? Are you okay? Cleo wasn't there. Yeah. And they're asking if I was okay, what happened. And Daddy was like, something happened. She's bleeding. And then they started, and then one of my aunties came to look, and after they put water on it, she came to look and she said, oh, it looks like a puncture. So then she's like, I'll go get my first aid kit so we can clean it out better. But like, I was just screaming, like really badly crying because how bad it hurt. But I shouldn't be smiling, that hurt so bad. But I said to my sister, this is the worst pain I ever felt. Unlike a bee sting. It hurt so bad. Bee sting probably would hurt less, but it was hurting so bad. And then after my auntie came back with her first aid kit, and she was like, some of the stuff was just dried up and hard. So, and she's like, I only have like a wipe to clean out with and Band-Aids. And my sister Jazz was just like, oh, it's okay. And then Jazz decided to do it, even though she's a dentist. But before that happened, Daddy was like asking if anybody in our family was a nurse, and everybody was like, no. And then he's like, come on, no one's a nurse. And he could have done it because he is in the military. But then Jazz was like, fine, I'll do it. And Jazz did it. My mom was holding my hand. Daddy was holding my hand. My auntie was going to check on the other little ones while that was happening. After that, they just my or Jazz carried me over to a little blanket and he put me on it, and then my stayed there a little bit longer than Jazz, and decided she was gonna put me in a chair and have my foot just sitting there, and then she had to go. And then I asked her if I could call my mom. So, and then I was telling her all about it. I was crying so much. The pain was so bad, and it's just so bad. And I was calling her, and she's like, "Do you want me to take you home? I'll take you home." And then I was like, "Yeah, thank you." And I was like, I just want to be with you right now. Then after the call, my mom decided that she should just, she was just gonna tell Daddy that we should go and like leave because Mommy would have took, no, what is that? Way too long to anyway, she would take way too long to come and pick me up. So then she told Daddy, like, we should bring her home, let's start packing up, let's go. And I was just crying, that I was yelling for Jazz because Jazz came over and she was like, what? And, well, actually my mom yelled for Jazz to come over since she was leaving to do something. And Jazz came over and she's like, what do you want? And I was like, I just want you. And then I forgot her name, but she was passing by with holding the new baby. And then Jazz was like, do you want the baby to come and sit next to you? And I was like, fine. And then she's like, you better not cry in front of the baby or else she's gonna cry too. And I was like, I can't, it hurts so bad. And then the baby was just looking at me like, excuse me? And Jazz was like, even the baby even thinks you're overreacting. And I'm like, I'm not overreacting. And the baby wasn't even crying. Then Dad's like talking to me like, breathe, I need you to breathe. She left, and yeah. And then the baby, they were trying to feed the baby corn. And I looked over, and all I saw was one of our family members were trying to feed the baby corn, like eat the corn. And I was like, was she trying to eat the corn? And I was like, I don't think she likes it. And then she was eating it like mixed feelings about it, but that made me laugh. And then my sort of cousin, the one that I was boogie boarding with, she came and was like, oh, are you okay? How are you? Feel better? I'm like, kind of. Still in pain. And she was just being sweet too. And minding her own business too, so I wasn't like, so I wasn't like freaked out like I should stop crying. But she was definitely really good about leaving me alone. She's a really good friend and sort of cousin, but she was just playing with the little ones, and Jazz came over and stuff. Yeah. Did all that other stuff. And Mama carried me to a different, Mama carried me to a different chair, and I had to tell her all of my sand toys. We packed up and everything, and well, before that, we had to take a group picture, and I couldn't walk without getting sand in my foot. So then she carried me, and then she has to ask her Kuya, her just family member, I think cousin, if he could hold me for the picture. And I was just crying, and then Daddy's like, here, I'll take her. She's heavy. But her Kuya was just laughing so much. And Daddy finally came, and took me, and was holding me, and I was like, girl, I'm making me fall. I'm falling. I'm like, can somebody else hold me? And he's like, no. And then it was taking forever for them to take pictures because she kept on not getting in the picture. And then people from another cabana came saying, oh, do you need me to take the picture? And they took the picture, and then Mama just was like, Daddy, give me her. And then Daddy gave me to my mom, and well, she took me to a different chair, and then she was telling her all my sand toys, like what I said earlier, and then she was like, okay, and then she packed all my sand toys, and then she had to go get me and put me in the car, and she kept on almost making me fall, so she was holding me like, she's picking me up and like this, and she was like, had to keep on putting me up again on her, and it was kind of funny, but not funny. But she was trying so hard to be a good sister. She really is. She helped a lot. She put me in the car. I was screaming on the way home, and Daddy asked if I wanted to call my mom, and I was like, yeah. I was like, of course I do. And then he gave me his phone, and I was crying to my mom, like so much. Oh my gosh, so much. She was telling me to breathe. I calmed way more down when I was calling her, but then I asked, this is not whatever happens, ever. But look, he was being nice to me when he was teaching me how to boogie board, so I decided to ask for Kuya. He's always mean to me, but that was unusual that that he was being nice to me. And then and then my mom was like, "Oh, you want to talk to your brother?" And I was like, "Yeah, give me the kuya." And she gave me to my brother, and and then and he was asking, he was like, "Breathe, just breathe, you'll be fine." And then he said, "I love you, bye." And I'm like, and once I got home, he said, "I love you" to me. And Mommy was like, I know, I heard. And everybody's happy when Pietro kind of gets along with me. But then he was like, no, I didn't. I did not. And he doesn't really like, is it? Sorry. But we don't really get along. But she cleaned up my foot, helped me a lot. And yeah, that's a story of my foot. A very long story. And Mommy was very surprised, but she's helped a lot. It doesn't hurt that much. It just hurts when I walk on it. I don't want to walk on it. And yeah, my mom's amazing. I hope everybody has a mom like her. She's just amazing. She gave me medicine. Oh yeah, I forgot. After she cleaned my foot, she gave me medicine, and then one of the two different types of medicine. One that both of them would help me stop from hurting. It already started kind of kicking in, but then the other one started kicking in a whole bunch that makes me get tired. So then I was like dozing off. I was watching like Sesame Street. Don't judge me. But I was watching Sesame Street, and I couldn't finish the episode because I fell asleep. And then I woke up in the middle of the night saying I can't sleep because that's when the medicine stopped working. So then she gave me her phone, then my tablet to watch YouTube because that makes me tired again. I wasn't getting tired, so then she said, and then I was like, just give me medicine to make me tired again. And she was like, okay. She gave me medicine. I got tired. Morning, my foot fell. Better. And I didn't tell you this, but once I got the puncture, I couldn't move my toes because it hurt so bad if I moved my toes. And now I can wiggle my toes. I wiggled them in the morning. I was like, look, I can wiggle my toes. I was so happy. My sister came home. All my sisters came home. My brother came home. And I was like, look, I can wiggle my toes. And I was like, they're happy for me. And it was a very long story. Sorry. But I'm going to need to end this now because it'll get too long. And I hope you have a great day, and I hope this never happens to you. Have a great day, and